Coach, as you roll along in spring ball, first spring practice for you here and first spring session, I guess, here in Bloomington with your offensive line group, how's this transition been to your guys this spring?
It's been great. It's a good group of guys, hardworking kids, blue collar. They like the meeting time. They like the practice. There's no lack of effort or anything like that. The biggest challenge has just been learning different language, and a lot of the plays, similar stuff that they were doing. The techniques are a little different here and there, but really it's the language that's has been the biggest thing.
How do you address that particular aspect of it here in spring practice, just knocking and knocking at that terminology? How do you approach it differently here in the spring than maybe in fall camp?
Well, we go a little bit slower, and then the big thing is just repetitions, and that's why we have spring practice, and they're doing a great job of understanding it. We've actually slowed down our I think we were maybe a little eager on our install schedule. We've slowed it down a little bit. But it's been good. It's just a matter of time, and just they just got to keep grinding in the meeting rooms.
We're talking with Wes Martin again, as well, along with you here today. As one of the guys that's had some years under his belt, have you seen him step up a more of a leadership role as one of the more experienced guys on this O-line?
Wes is a guy that obviously you can tell from a playing standpoint, he's got experience and all those things. The one thing that he's got to do a better job of, and really in the group is we got to get some more vocal leaders, and Wes would be the perfect guy to be that. But it's not in his personality to be a real vocal guy. He's kind of a quiet guy by nature. He is trying to come out of the shell a little bit, but that's a work in progress, and we just got to keep him on him because he understands that he comes out here and works hard, and people watch him and they kind of follow him in that regard. But I need him to kind of provide a little more vocal leadership as well.
Coach, a couple of weeks until the spring game over at Memorial Stadium. If there's one thing, you mentioned the language and just getting repetition. What else do you look for just through these next few weeks before you send the guys off for summer and obviously in a couple of months come back for fall camp?
Well, just execution. I mean, we just want to be able to go out fundamentally and technically. We would like to be sound with what we're trying to get accomplished at the end of the spring practice, and then just really just execution of play calls and operations and things like that. We just like to be, when we get done with spring, we'd like to have the meat and potatoes of our offense installed and be able to go out there and execute at a high level.